no money in this world for someone to pay me so they could call me, so I could call them a boss. That's like calling somebody daddy. How can a man call another man, yo, that's my boss? We don't do that.
I mean, everybody at some point has to have a boss, right?
No, not in Harlem. Oh, okay. Put it like this.
Because you're somebody's boss.
No, I'm not somebody's boss. When I was in the street, someone wasn't your boss. They gave you an opportunity.
Okay.
They gave you some work. You go make it, and then you bring it back. You can go buy your own work and do whatever you want. It's called consignment.
So why this can't be all work? This corporate America, we could be using
you don't
this.
own it.
But I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Question. Let me answer your question.
I'm listening.
Can you give it to your son?
How you what to my son?
Whatever you
shares
working
of this
for.
company, I absolutely positively can.
How?
Right, because I own shares of this company.
You bought them?
Yes.
What I'm saying is, can your son eat? Is this yours to give the whole company
this
to you?
This company is not my son's. No,
exactly.
It's not mine. But I own
wait,
shares
stop.
of this company.
Listen. That's not my question. If your son needs a job here, can you give it to him? No.
No.
If your son needs to get some money out the bank from here, some cash flow, can he get it?
No.
All right. You don't own this.
But I can take the money from here to invest in myself.
No, it's not yours. I'm not gonna fight for something I don't own. Men don't do that. I don't fight for other niggas. I fight for me. I'm not a doula. I'm not going to build somebody else's company and then take shares so my son can all that.
See, but I'm not
listen, what I'm saying.
But what about taking the money?
You come to work
you
every
took the
day.
money from Def Jam.
Stop. Don't say, you're speaking my business and you don't know what you're talking about. I ain't take no money from Def Jam. What you talking about?
I mean they cut you a check.
No, they didn't cut me a check. We had a formula based on performance. And they calculated and we got paid.
That's us.
Stop. That's not us.
That's what we doing.
No. Listen. Before we had Rockefeller. We put up our own money for Rockefeller. Right?
Okay.
Then we sold half of it. We became partners. So that means no one gave us anything. We were 50-50 partners. We built something and sold it. That doesn't mean you work for somebody. See, they let you believe that. So then what happened was, based on a formula. You want to know what a formula is? It was profit times a certain number. So if you make this much profit times 7, that's how much your number is.
Okay.
Based on that formula, they bought the rest. That's it. That's not nobody giving me money. I never worked for them. I put up way more money than Def Jam put up. Me, Biggs, and Jay put way more money up into Def Jam. I mean, rather into Rockefeller than Def Jam. All they did was collect our money. What you mean? Why you think Def Jam? First of all, when we were with Def Jam, they were bought by Universal. How you gonna call How you gonna think someone that's bought by someone could be someone's boss? That's my point. You have to understand what you're doing in business because you got to do what's best for your kids. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something, distress, go through all of it, so when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the whole thing.
You can just pass it to him.
Now you talk about...
So if you're going to work 20 years in a business or 15 years in a business every day over and over again, and your son can't work here whenever he feel like it, you clowning to me.
I don't want him to work
but that's
here.
Me, I'm not saying you, if you owned it, wait a second.
I'm here because
time out.
I don't need a check.
That's stupid. You should be
like Murder
time out.
Rap because he enjoy it, not because he want a check.
You're wrong.
I'm here because
I like the check.
Wait, time out. Time out. You're lying.
No, I'm serious. I don't need
before you lose your control, just stay focused.
Like you say, do your homework.
So here, listen to me.
I work here because I enjoy it.
Why don't you listen?
I work here for free.
Who could work? Would you ever enjoy being a slave?
I'm not. It's not a slave. This is what I enjoy.
I don't think this is slavery, Dave.
Do you have to come to work today? Do you have a choice? Do you have to ask somebody when you have to? Yes, you do.
I don't.
Or you're fired. Can somebody tell you you're fired?
I honestly don't.
Can somebody tell you you're fired? Yes or no? Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that.
Dame Dash is facing foreclosure, right? And everybody keeps bringing up the classic moment where Dame Dash was on the Breakfast Club and he talks about being a boss and his son sells cookies. Let's listen.
I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. If that's not what you hustlers for, you're selfish. You keep saying I'm worried about my kids. You worried about you.
My kids are good.
How they good? Your kids aren't going to be kids.
I feel like I'm in the Def Jam boardroom and backstage.
They kids, they're not supposed to work. I'm saying when they men, you're supposed to pass them something. You working for another man.
They're worried about.
This is crazy to me, and this exactly is what I'm talking about. You can't be mad at somebody for going bankrupt or foreclosure because sometimes in business, you invested some money and things just don't work, like what happened with Dame. My whole point is sometimes having a boss is not a bad thing. Do I have different businesses? Absolutely. Do I invest money in places? Absolutely. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. But my boss, which is my radio job, keeps the money flowing in and allows me to invest. That's all that was said. But sometimes when you go down the route of who needs a boss? Who has a boss? I don't want no boss. It puts you in a situation like this. Now you never laugh. You always learn. Salute.
You got the whole argument between DJ Envy and Dame Dash about being a boss and working for somebody and all that. And I get what, Dame Dash is saying, because if you read the book or listened to a little or read a little bit of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know what I'm saying? It basically, he basically was saying that his mentor told him that if he paid him for the mentorship or working for him, that he would be turning him into an employee. So he made him go out there and find out how to get his own money. It is not one size fit all. Everybody is not a boss. Everybody is not an employee, right? Everybody doesn't really have that mindset to go out there and be an entrepreneur. Think about it. Most people get businesses because people too lazy to do something, whether it's hanging TVs, whether it's people that may, start a business to pick the dog shit out of people's yards. It's not that people don't have the time to do things. I'm so sick of this nigga and his fucking motorcycle, literally. I like it though, it's so fly. But this dude, he be doing like tricks on his motorcycle at lunch, and one time he bust his fucking head. He bust his fucking head open, and they had to hit the EMS. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that on lunch break? But nonetheless, so I get where he's saying that, and not everybody had the capabilities of being a boss, or it's more work being a boss than an employee. But this is nigga talk, right? Do what's best fit you. It's some people who make a great living working for somebody else. It's some people that sold their business and went to go work for somebody else. It's some people who will make more working for a corporation or working for a company. Now, what Dame was pretty much saying was like, guess what? I can hand this down to my son. I can hand this down to my kids. I'm teaching my kids to make their own money. I'm teaching them to be bosses. But not everybody has the capabilities or the mindset or the critical thinking skills or the leadership to be a boss, the leadership to be a leader, the leader to run a company. That's a fact. What Envy was saying was, it's okay. You could be a boss and an employee. My employer working at the radio station, it funds my lifestyle. You got some guys that take a hard stance on something. I'm a liberal. I'm a fucking Republican. I'm with the Green Ranger. I'm with the Red Ranger. You can have a mix of both. You can be a guy that believe in entrepreneurship and also believe in working. Working until I find the financial freedom. It's not, oh, you do this and you do that. You do this and you do that. Or you got to do this and and I understand Envy, like he tried to dog Envy out, and at the end of the day, Envy felt like, hey, nigga, you broke. Hey, I'm about to kick you while you down. Hey, I'm all for that if that's what you believe in. But the fact of the matter is this, right? This is the fact. Do what best work for you. It's people that hire people to do simple shit that they can do. It's people that sit home all day and they hire people to clean their house when your old lazy ass can clean off. You see these women that stay at home while I say, oh, I need a maid, or I need I need a maid at home, or I need a gardener, or I need somebody to do laundry. Like, you at home all day. Why don't you just fucking do it? You ain't got shit going on. You want to be a stay-at-home mother, cook, clean, you know what I'm saying? Teach the children, do their homework, do what comes with it. Why do I need to hire somebody to do housely duties? You know what I'm saying? Others don't feel like people are lazy. People have made billion-dollar businesses off of people's laziness. That's a fact. That's a fact. People are too lazy to research how to train their dog. Somebody, I can train dogs, and they just made a killing off of it. People make businesses based off of need. And a lot of these times, it's not a need. But people just created a need because they're fucking lazy. They're too lazy to do it. So, I understand both. But my thing is this. You got a lot of people that, have their own media company or have their own YouTube. I didn't mean to smack that beat like that. And they have their own YouTube and all, and that's all. But guess what? If they turn down YouTube tomorrow, they shut it down, what all do they have? They on their knuckles. They ain't saving. They ain't investing. Like, damn, it's all good to be a boss. Even Jay-Z, he still, work for the NFL. He got $1 billion. He still work for the NFL. Puff still had a partnership with Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? Cameron got some bread. He's still fucking with 50. 50 still got bread. He's still doing a Street Fighter little movie or something. Ain't nothing wrong with still working. As a man, you supposed to work. That's part of your masculinity. That's part of your DNA. You supposed to work. You don't feel like a man unless you're being productive. But everybody is just not going to be a boss. Everybody is just not going to be an entrepreneur. Some people sell their businesses and go run other people's businesses. But I agree with Dame that more black people should take the mindset of ownership. I agree with him and Master P on that. But the problem with that is we create it, we own it, and they take it. If we don't give it to them, they take it. Whether it was the girl with the hair oil, the Michelle hair oil, or it was another lady with a company that just died and she had a lawsuit versus the company. If we create it, they take it. Hip hop, we created it, they took it. So don't forget that neither. But that's all I pretty much had to say. I mean, you can. If I had to lean towards somebody as far as myself, I'm on the side of envy, where I'm probably gonna work and still, build these businesses. Now, if I get to the point where these businesses are profitable and I'm spawning off, then I probably walk away from work. But some people still work for the benefits. I know people that worked at GM who were millionaires, and they worked there because the benefits was great, and they companies just ran themselves. But whatever. Some people just have a fear that, hey, if this fall off, I can still fall back on this. I get it. And Dame Dash, what do you have to fall back on? But if I had to favor somebody, I'm more envy in the middle. I still grind and make this bread, and I'm still gonna do my thing, my business thing. So that's my opinion on it. Check out the Music Entertainment playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.